Man Hour Nation, it's time to get shocked. Man Hour, Man Hour, Man Hour, Man Hour. Today has been quite the crazy day. Thanksgiving Eve. Work has been crazy. Life has been crazy. Facebook has been crazy as well. I posted a fabulous question out there on the old interwebs today. And I asked this question directly to the San Francisco 49er fan base. And the question is why do you guys hate Jimmy G? The reason is because there's a loyal fan to the Man Hour by the name of Jameson. He hates Jimmy G. For whatever reason, this guy is like a walking POS in his eyes, right? He cannot do anything right whatsoever. But what has Jimmy G done for the San Francisco 49ers? He has led them to three NFC championships games, winning one of those, leading them to the Super Bowl, and they would have had a Super Bowl win if it wasn't for the bad play calling of Kyle Shanahan versus Kansas City Chiefs just a couple years ago. And then I started reading through in the comments, and I was questioning me. Like, I wasn't debating anybody. I just wanted them to say, hey, this is why I dislike Jimmy G. Most of the fans were saying that he shits the bed in big games. Kirk Cousins does the same thing. Every time Kirk Cousins doesn't play at 1 p.m., he shits the bed. Let's just be flat honest about it. It is the prime time Kirk Cousins syndrome, right? Or whatever you want to call it. I don't really know or really care. But other fans were saying that he is a pretty boy. We don't want him. He doesn't throw the ball down the. He doesn't push the ball down the field well. Yada yada yada. Well, Jimmy G is not that type of quarterback. Jimmy G is a nickel and dime it down the field type of quarterback. A solid running game and nickel and dime it down the field. That is just the way he is. And then you say, oh, Trey Lance is our future. We've given up so much for Trey Lance. You gave up one first-round draft pick. At the end of the day, sometimes you just got to cut your losses and move on. Cut your losses and move on. Sometimes you just got to do it. Are they going to do it? Who knows? Only time will tell. Fans say the only way they would welcome Jimmy G back next season is if they win a Super Bowl. Jimmy G has the San Francisco 49ers poised to make another deep playoff run. They are 6-4 right now, and they're in the driver's seat in the NFC West over the Seattle Seahawks. Yes, the Seahawks has had this Cinderella season, but let's not forget week 2. The 49ers beat them. Trey Lance goes down in the first quarter. They were down like 12 or 14 points, right? Jimmy G comes in and leads them back to a comeback, and it hasn't looked back since. Guys, Trey Lance has not played a full season of college or NFL since 2019. By the time he comes back from his broken leg, it's going to be 2023. 4 seasons removed of a full football season. Guys, NFL is a win now mode. You don't build for the future. The San Francisco 49ers window is open right now, and they need to open it. They need to kick it in and ride with Jimmy G. So all you Jimmy G fan haters, you all just need to suck it at the end of the day, because Jimmy G is the man, and he is going to lead you guys to the promised land if you allow him. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that while I bring you the host, Mike. Buck and Cone. You know who coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're out the dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzz beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour Show. Head to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page. Of course, check out the blog section as well. It is Wednesday, so that means one thing and one thing only. It is Way or No Way Wednesday right here on the Man Hour over at youtube.com/Man Hour. Of course, on iTunes and Spotify as well if you like to use it to the podcast form. And facebook.com/Man Hour, but Facebook has been messing up again as well, so I'm not for sure. I mean, it's definitely not RN because YouTube is streaming just fine. I see my fine little self on OBS, so Facebook just doesn't like us for whatever reason. But on this Way or No Way Wednesday, guys, we're going to release Brandon Combs' power rankings. He should be here to take all this heat because his power rankings are complete trash. But we'll get into that in just a little bit as Little Man decides to come out here. We're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and his broken thumb. Justin Fields separated shoulder. What's up, man? And then we're going to talk about Thanksgiving Day games, guys. Arguably some of the best Thanksgiving Day games in recent memory as... Oh, bud. But before we get too carried away, we got to welcome a couple people that are in the chat here. We got a member over here, Alpha Rob. What is up, Alpha Rob? Hope you're having a good night tonight. We got Terry in the chat as well. Terry, I hope you are doing well. We have Arthur Brown in the chat as well. Hope you are having a fantastic evening, Arthur Brown. And the first place Miami Dolphins, as he says, fins up, as he normally does over here at Facebook.com. Shout out to you. We also got Jameson in the chat. What is up, Jameson? He says, don't you be dogging my 49ers, man. I wasn't dogging your 49ers. I was propping them up about how good they are, about how good Jimmy G is. So don't get it all twisted, my man. Stay calm down. But Alpha Rob says, Buck, you look clean tonight. Thanks, man. I got some, I basically just got off work. So I came off work. Mama and Dada are here. We had some pizza. Come out here. They're watching Survivor, so after this, I'm gonna go out watch Survivor with like them and have a good night. And then Thanksgiving Day, had the fam over. Good day. So I'm pretty excited, guys. I haven't decided if we're doing a show tomorrow or not yet. It just depends on how tomorrow day goes, about how drunk I get. Let's just be honest about it. But Alpha Rob, since you are a loyal fan here and all you guys other over on Facebook as well, guys, starting next Monday, we are starting an hour earlier. So instead of 8 p.m. East Coast time, we're going 7 p.m. East Coast time, 6 p.m. Central time, because my work schedule has changed a little bit, so I gotta move the show up an hour or not have a show at all. And I enjoy talking to you guys each and every night here 4 to 5 days a week right here on manhourradio.com. But let's get in to Way or No Way.
Yes,
I think the intro played. I don't really know what happened, but I thought it was playing. Did the intro play? I don't know. Way or no way, guys. So the first Way or No Way of the night. As you guys know, Brandon Combs has officially released his power rankings going into the Week 12 NFL season. Spoiler alert, the Dallas Cowboys are not in the top 5 in his power rankings. They're currently sitting at number 7. Actually, let me pull them up right now. He does have the Kansas City Chiefs at number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles at number 2, and then he has the Buffalo Bills at number 3. Scroll back up through all these text messages. Those just off the top of my head. Miami Dolphins at number 4, Minnesota Vikings at number 5, the Titans at 6, and the Dallas Cowboys come in at number 7. So the first Way or No Way of the night, judging off of Beastie Combs' power rankings, are the Dallas Cowboys not a top 5 team in the NFL? And if you guys watched the show last night, I already told you this answer. I told you that the Dallas Cowboys are the best team in the NFC. Hands down, no questions asked. They're better than the 49ers. They're better than the Bucks. They're better than the Vikings. They're better than the Packers, Lions, Eagles, Giants, Commanders. The list goes on and on. The Cowboys are the best team in the NFC. So for them not to be a top 5 team, there has to be 5 AFC teams better than them. And when it comes down to it, I don't think I see it. Now, when we look at Combs' power rankings, obviously, excuse me. Wow, sorry about that, guys. Went down the wrong hole. Obviously, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are better than the Dallas Cowboys right now. I do think the Buffalo Bills, in the end, will be better than the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, no, I do not. The Miami Dolphins, I could put the Miami Dolphins above the Dallas Cowboys there as well. But other than that, no. So are the Dallas Cowboys not a top 5 team in the NFL? And that is an absolutely no way, guys, because they are for sure a top 5 team in the NFL. They are a number 2 or number 3 power ranked team in the NFL. The only team that I can definitively put them over right now are the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, we could argue with the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins, let's say somehow you put them above them, they're still number 4. So regardless, they are a top 5 team. So Beastie, my man, I love you like a brother and fuck you like a sister, but good God, man. You had the Dallas Cowboys at number 7. Yes, I know they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles this season. Yes, I know they got embarrassed by the Green Bay Packers in overtime a couple weeks ago as well. But when the Dallas Cowboys are clicking and all 8 cylinders are rolling on that Cowboys train and they are able to play ball like they know how to play, nobody can stop this team. There is no way in my mind that they are they are not a top 5 team, Combs. My man, brother, come on, man. Come on. Are you serious right now? Not a top 5 team? Sheesh, man. Sheesh. Come on, man.
No way. Yes way.
The next way or no way of the night, we are going to talk about those Green Bay Packers that the Dallas Cowboys just lost to. And Aaron Rodgers has officially come out and said that we all kind of been speculating that he officially has a broken thumb that he has been playing since week 5 with, when they lost to the New York Giants overseas. I believe it was England when they were playing at. So way or no way by Aaron Rodgers coming out and saying that he has a broken thumb is kind of his out for the last 5 or 6 games that they have completely sucked. And when I was thinking about that, on the surface, I'm like, absolutely. Aaron Rodgers is kind of setting up for a fall, right? So if they don't win another game for the rest of the season, it is a fall. Or let's say he gets benched, it is a fall. I have a broken thumb. I can't do this. I can't do that. But then I got to look at the stats. Let's look at the first 4 weeks of the season, guys. Week number 1, they lost to Minnesota 23-7. His QBR was 66% in that game. A 66 QBR rating. That is the lowest I have ever seen Aaron Rodgers have, right? And then the following week, they played the Chicago Bears. A win, 27-10, 131 ranking. Let's not worry about the rankings. Let's worry about the yardage here. Game 1, 195 yards passing, 1 interception. Game 2, 234 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Game 3 versus the TAM. I don't who the hell's TAM? That was the Buccaneers, I think, right? But I'm pretty sure they beat the Buccaneers. I don't know, that abbreviations are weird there. But yeah, he threw for 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Game 4, they won 27-24, 251, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So far, right there off the season, the first 4 games of the season, he has 3 interceptions to 2, 4, 6 touchdowns. So 1-to-2 ratio right there. Let's not count Game 5 because that's the game that he got hurt. Game 6. They lost to the Jets. Let's not forget that Jets at the time, they were a dominant looking team. They had the best defense in the league. Offense could score at will, just like almost that was a very, very good game. 27-10 loss. He threw for 246. This is the allegedly a game after he broke his hand, right? Or broke his thumb. The next week they go to Washington. This is the start of that 5-game skid, right? This is loss number 3 in a row. 23-21, threw for 194, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Then they lost to Buffalo 27-17, threw for 203, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And then they lost to the Detroit Lions 15-9. He threw for 291, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. And then they beat the Dallas Cowboys, three touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 224 yards. And then the most recent loss on Thursday to the Tennessee Titans, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns. So really, his performances have been right where we expected him, right? From the beginning of the year to the tail end of the year, there's really been no fall off. Now, why would you come out and say that you have a broken thumb? Is it because that they are 3-7 on the year, right? 4-7 on the year. Could it be that they're 4-7 on the year, and this could arguably be the worst season ever in Aaron Rodgers record-wise, and he's looking for that fall? Could this be that he wants to sit for the rest of the year and basically ride off into the sunset and basically force the Green Bay Packers' hands to see what they have in Jordan Love and move forward and be like, hey, you know what? You really need me. You're going to pay me next year. Just with all that being said, I'm going to say this is 100% way. I think this is Aaron Rodgers' way of kind of sticking it to the Green Bay Packers one last time. Saying, hey, you need me more than I need you. Yes, my thumb might be, quote, hurt. Yes, we may have lost 5 games in a row, then thumped the Cowboys and lost to the Tennessee Titans. Yes, but if you do not cater to my every need, I will sit out for the rest of the season because I have a, quote, broken thumb. Do you guys remember when Dak Prescott broke his thumb and he missed, 4 or 5 weeks? Let's not forget about that. Aaron Rodgers has been playing through that broken thumb allegedly since week 5. The reason why he has come out and said this is because he's looking for an out. It's simple as that. He is looking for an out on this in the end. And I hate to say it, but Aaron Rodgers does have that type of ego, I feel. I feel he has that type of ego like, hey, you know what? I'm going to show you how much you actually need me. I'm going to show you how much you guys would suck if I wasn't here right now. Just because. Just because I think that's the type of person that he actually is. He doesn't care about anybody or anything but himself. It is what it is. Buck, as they say over here. Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback of all time. He doesn't need an excuse to be playing bad. Well, that's kind of contradicting, isn't it? You are setting yourself up for an excuse to reason why you do play bad. So when the MVP voting comes out this year, like, well, Aaron Rodgers was back-to-back MVPs and he played this year with a broken hand. That's why he didn't win. There's an alternative motive of why Aaron Rodgers said what he said. Let's just be honest about it. There's an alternative motive why he's saying what he said. Will we ever truly know? No. Well, what we do know is Aaron Rodgers is the ultimate troll in the end. He is. He is a more of a troll than like I am. And I'm a master troll. Let's just be honest about it. I'm a master troll. Couple more comments. The Packers just flat out suck with or without Aaron Rodgers. The Packers could be a lot worse without Aaron Rodgers. Now, I don't know the true level of play of Jordan Love because we've seen him in 1 or 2 regular season games. last year versus the Chiefs, and I think the year before that, and like some mop-up duty to the very end of the season, right? So do we really know the true level of Jordan Love? Like, that's the biggest question. Like, that is why I feel like Aaron Rodgers is a Green Bay Packer right now, is because the coaching staff, Matt LaFleur and those boys, do not trust Jordan Love. I mean, it is what it is. I knew Aaron Rodgers was going to pull this at one point. Yeah. I mean, there are certain players out there, Alpha Rob, where, let's say Michael Jordan, right? Arguably one of the best basketball players of all time, if not the best, right? I'm not here to debate that, but I do know that Michael Jordan had that killer instinct. I am reading a book currently called Relentless, and he played 48 minutes in one night, and he went out to practice like the next day, and there was a guy that was a bench player that played like 6 minutes like that previous night and was in the training room with like hamstring issues, and he threw him off the bench, said, "Get your effing ass out here. It's time to practice. I played 48 minutes just last night, and you don't think I'm sore, but I'm still out here." I don't think Aaron Rodgers has that mentality, right? When we look at certain players, they have like that it factor. I just read an article about a Kansas quarterback, a high school kid, a senior, that has been playing on a torn ACL since week 2 of the high school season. They're now going to the state championship game, and he's still playing on that torn ACL. He is leading the state in all classes with touchdown passes and touchdown yardage and rushing yards. So just take that into perspective. Will that kid ever have a knee when he's 40 years old? Absolutely not. That thing's shot. But he has that it factor, right? I'll do anything for my team. And Aaron Rodgers doesn't have that. Aaron Rodgers knows the team isn't going anywhere, and he doesn't want to waste his time. That is a great point, Alpha Rob. After that loss last week to the Detroit Lions, this team's playoff shots are probably like 10%. I don't know the exact number, but a wild card berth is all they can probably get, and they can't lose a game at all, and they're sitting at 7 losses right now. So, yeah, you're probably absolutely right. Moving on to the next one. I got a little tickle in my throat. Damn allergy.
No way. Yes way.
Way or no way, guys. It is pretty simple. We give you a statement, or you give us a statement, and we say if it's a way or if it's a no way. We've talked about the Cowboys. We've talked about the Green Bay Packers. And let's stay in the NFC side of the things, and let's go to one of the oddly strange teams in here, and that is the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears have been right there most of the season, and they have been the ball's just been bouncing the wrong way for them all season long, right? They gave up that big lead versus the Detroit Lions. They lost to the Atlanta Falcons, and now the poor get poorer as Justin Fields has revealed that he has a separated left shoulder, or he separated his shoulder during the loss versus the Atlanta Falcons. With that being said, way or no way, the Chicago Bears should sit Justin Fields for the rest of the season and let that shoulder heal. So, guys, as you know, Justin Fields is a right-handed quarterback. Baker Mayfield, Taylor Heinicke, and several others have played with separated shoulders before. It is painful, but if you want to get through it, you definitely can. But there's a difference between those two players that I just named and Justin Fields. Baker Mayfield was basically playing for his life for the Cleveland Browns. Basically, he had to complete that season to even have a chance to be on the Cleveland Browns season the next year. And guess what? He still wasn't. He still got traded. Taylor Heinicke. It was a playoff game. He was the only quarterback on the roster, I believe, on that time versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that kid was balling. He was having a time of his life, and he earned himself a contract. Justin Fields, total opposite spectrum of those guys. Many people have deemed him already the franchise quarterback of the Chicago Bears, despite a losing record. They have also deemed them building the team around Justin Fields, etc. So way or no way the Chicago Bears should sit Justin Fields for the rest of the season. That is an absolute way, guys. That is an absolute way. What have the Chicago Bears been running as of late? They've been running a lot of RPO, run pass option for Justin Fields. Get him rolling out of the pocket, giving him the ability to pass the ball to Mooney or Chase Claypool or Met, or running the ball. Been very, very effective on the offensive side of the ball, but also high risk of injury on that as well, as we see with the separated left shoulder. Right now, the Chicago Bears are sitting at 3-8. 3-8. There is a chance they could still get a wild card if they were to win out. But let's just be honest, they're not going to win out. They play the Jets this week with Mike White starting, so I mean, that could be a win. Who knows? But then they play the Packers, which Aaron Rodgers still owns the Packers if Aaron Rodgers plays right. But then they got the Phillies. Or sorry, not the Phillies, the Eagles, the Bills, the Lions, and the Vikings to end the season. Realistically, guys, the Bears could maybe win 2 games for the rest of the season. What is the point of risking Justin Fields' future, his career, and his psyche over a separated left shoulder for a season that's basically to the wayside anyways? What you need to do is simply tank for the rest of the season. Sit his ass, and I don't even know who the backup quarterback is in Chicago since they released Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. So I'm sure it's probably some rookie. Like I don't even know who it is. But let Justin Fields sit. Let that shoulder heal. If it needs surgery, let him have surgery now. So when offseason comes, he can get better. But definitely sit him. There is no reason why to play him at all. Like there's zero reason. You guys are literally playing for nothing right now, besides draft picks. That is it. Casey Morgan popped over here in the chat. What's up, Case? He says, I personally think Green Bay is in a rebuild and Rodgers is on that decline. It doesn't help it. So I was listening to a show earlier today. Let's go back to the Green Bay Packer talk a little because I just saw this comment. Sorry, Casey. Let's flash back to what the Seattle Seahawks did this offseason. They traded away their franchise quarterback of 9 or 10 years of Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos for a plethora of draft picks. Guys, the Seattle Seahawks nailed last year's draft. They got 2 offensive linemen. They got a star and a running back. Their defense is locked down. They are legitimately a good quarterback away of making a lot of deep runs. Now, Geno Smith is having a great year. Don't get it twisted. But what if the Seattle Seahawks went to the Green Bay Packers and said, what would it take for you to give us Aaron Rodgers? What does the Green Bay Packers need? Since they are in this rebuild mode, they need draft picks. Guess what? Seattle Seahawks have 2 first-round draft picks this year, 2 second-round picks, and 2 third-round picks. They could give them a first and a third-round pick for Aaron Rodgers and whatever they wanted. You want Geno Smith, you want Drew Lock, whatever, right? Take them. I don't care. You're giving me Aaron freaking Rodgers, and we're in a win-now window. You have 5 great players on your roster. Kenneth Walker III, a great offensive line, pretty damn good defense, all on rookie deals. First and second year players. You have a 3 or 4 year window that you can win a lot of games with Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying. Think about it. Aaron Rodgers to Seattle for a first round pick. Why wouldn't the Packers eat that up if they're truly on a rebuild mode here? Right, Casey? Just think about it, man. Just think about it. Think about it here. Next.
No way. Yes way.
And the final way or no way of the night, guys. Let's think about tomorrow. Let's think about Thanksgiving Day. We have 3, that's right, not 1, not 2, but 3 great NFL games lined up tomorrow. The Buffalo Bills versus Detroit Lions, the New York Football Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys, and then the nightcap, we have the Patriots versus the Vikings. Is this not the best Thanksgiving games that we've had in a super, super long time? I mean, think about it. Legitimately, the Buffalo Bills and the Lions could be like a lot of playoff implications in this matchup. Think about this. If the Detroit Lions beat the Buffalo Bills, the Detroit Lions are just 1 game under 500, and the Buffalo Bills are just 1 game above 500 like at that point. Think about that. Put your head around that. Secondly, let's flash forward to the 4 o'clock game. New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. Odell Beckham Jr. says he wants to play for the Cowboys or for the Giants. So basically, these 2 teams are playing for the right to have Odell Beckham Jr. on their team. Both of these are 7-3 teams. Both of these are probably going to be playoff teams. Now, the Giants are kind of going like this, and the Cowboys are going like this. But in the end, they're both 7-3. It is a division game, and it is highly anticipated. Odell Beckham Jr. is probably going to be in the house. He's going to get recruited. He's going to get wined and dined by Jerry Jones. Like, come on down, man. You like the star? Let me put that big old fat Super Bowl ring on you. Get you another one of those. And then the nightcap, the New England Patriots, arguably a top 10 team in the NFL, playing the Minnesota Vikings, a top 10 team in the NFL as well, but with big holes. But still, like, talk about prove-it games, guys. There are prove-it games all over Thanksgiving Day. So way or no way, this is the best Thanksgiving slate of games that I have ever seen. And that is an absolute way. This is an absolutely way, guys. Think about this. If I can remember back when I was a little kid, right? They had the Detroit Lions had Barry Sanders and what's his face? The dude that likes to run out of bounds, right? The Detroit Lions were never competitive. Never competitive on Thanksgiving. The Dallas Cowboys were competitive for a couple years, and then Randy Moss comes into town and whoops that ass, and then they were never competitive ever since. Like, these were just blowout, boring ass games. Like, we'd be more worried about eating food at second quarter than actually watching the games. This year, I'm like, Mom, hold off the food until after the game, baby. Slow it down. Slow it down, baby. Because let's just be honest, guys. This is fucking awesome. Now, next year, when Amazon does that Black Friday game, not looking forward to that at all. Why do we need a Black Friday game? Come on, Amazon. Oh, you guys just want a little bit more money? Is that what it is? You want a Thursday night game and now a Friday game? Like, hell, who do you think you are? ESPN or something? Like, come on, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. But yeah, guys, this is hands down the best Thanksgiving slate of games I have ever remembered. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong, because I mean, I'm 35 years old, right? Just turned 35. Man, I feel I'm old as balls right now. Damn. But yeah, I mean, in the, let's say 25 years I remember football, Thanksgiving Day, this is the best one. Hands down. But guys, that is going to be it for tonight. Just a short half-hour show here. You know, I'm going to go spend time with my mom and dad and sister. They're all in town here before the rest of the fam comes in tomorrow. Come over to my house. Thanksgiving Day. But guys, pending tomorrow, I will be on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. East Coast Coast time, depending on how many drinkies we have during the day, right? But guys, keep this in mind. Starting next Monday, November 28th, right? We'll be at 7 p.m. East Coast time. We're moving everything up an hour until the immediate future. So guys, be sure to say at your clocks, but most importantly, just subscribe to us right here on youtube.com/man-hour. Hit that bell icon and you get a notification every time we post a video or go live. That's all you need to know. But guys, have a great, happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for each and every one of you of tuning into Man Hour every chance you can get. Guys, hit that like button, guys. Please share that and share this as well. Sharing is caring. And always check us out on Facebook, as we always try to have civilized discussions over there. Catch you guys next time right here on the Man Hour.